Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bump down. So we got quite the new week opening gap. Let's have that on our charts. We'll mind the open here. So you want to be looking at this level here, which is 220 even. So this time that is that open. What's up, Bellicose? So there she be, and have the midway point marked out. So there she be. And you can see how already she's respecting it. Hello, hello. Thanks, bro. Good morning. So, with that on our charts, let's check out, let's go to the month and see where we're at. This looks extremely bullish. As much as I want to have Bitcoin decouple with this asset, it looks extremely bullish. As much as I want us to come ripping for this double bottom, I gotta go with what's going on here. And that says we're bullish, you guys. So to what degree would it want to? It could have bottomed out already. I know it's weird, but that looks like it's gonna freak out. So first stop is going to be previous month's high. Second stop is going to be consequent encroachment of the rejection block. And, tis the season. So this is disco. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna go into the weekly time frame. If I was looking for a setup in the 15-minute, I would have bought that order block here, and I would be aiming for this high here and possibly even more. So what we're going to do is use this inversion fair value gap here as a measuring stick. This is going to be the line in the sand here. Okay, so if we get above here, it's an inversion fair value gap, and we do have a bullish new week opening gap. So I do see it coming for previous week's high here. This will be another spot intraday to pay ourselves as previous week's high here as well. Right? Because, that was previous month's high here. So just a couple buy-side liquidity pools here. I'm going to keep this one off. I just don't want too much on the charts. This too. We already can identify that there's liquidity there, and we're aiming for them. So what degree does price want to trade down to? Well, there is this new week opening gap here. We could trade down there, come wick down into here. That would be midway point of this guy. Would also be this candle here and this, this whole thing here. It just looks like if it wants to come down here, that's where I would bank that it would bottom. So once we start trading up into here, if we do, we'll be using the quadrants. I'm not going to put them on now, but we'll use them once we get into there to determine if we're going to if order flow is bullish enough to get in there. I would love to say that I'm bearish, because I'm definitely like really want to be, especially with this swing high here. I really, really, really want to be bearish. But Bitcoin is freaking out, and things are just working out, and it's election year, and I just don't want to fight the trend. So basically, essentially, I'm bearish until we take that high. But I have a strong indication that it's going to want to come to this high. If it does, we are going to want to see violence and snap right through that guy. Okay? So this is the balanced price range, an immediate balanced range. Meaning that if it gets back up into here, it likely doesn't want to come hang out here very long. Just like this. It got tapped and rejected. That's kind of why I see it bearish. I do. I am overall, if you were to put a gun to my head, I would say it was bearish. But then I would say as long as that high isn't taken. Because that's just how it works. That's how swing trading works, right? That was the swing low. That's the swing high. So we're in a premium. There's a market structure. This is just following the rules. So seeing it both ways kind of sucks. So you just got to let it be obvious to you. You can't force it. Okay, so if it does start trading down, so you'll know because, and we'll get there. But yeah, let's go into the daily and see if we can refine some of this stuff here. So I was looking for that for non-farm payroll, and I was wrong. I was completely offside for NFP, and whatever. It happens. I think I was profitable. Yeah. I still hit something. I can't remember. So, I mean, that breaker's doing its job. So I do see order flow quite bullish still. I see down close candles supporting down close candles. I don't see very many PD arrays broken in here for me to say, okay, well, we're definitely bearish. I really see that this is bullish. So I will be looking for a low somewhere in here and possibly back down into here. I think it's did its job already. So I'm going to play this just like I play with you guys, okay? Right there. Right there. That's where I'm going to be looking. Okay, so that's my weekly bottom call. If we're bullish, that's where I would like to see the weak bottom if it was to come down there. Again, it could have already bottomed with this little Hawk Tua. So jumping into the 4 hour, see if we can look into anything. It is kind of equalosy, and we could dig into this discount for sure. Absolutely. I'm with it. And if I got my wish and Bitcoin and NASDAQ decoupled, that would be pretty dang cool. But it's looking less likely. Another little pop up there since we checked last. So, was that the drop? Right in there, was that it? And now we're going to creep back and get over. Maybe that was the drop. Maybe they're peeling their positions off here. I know ICT short unless we start breaking above specific levels, because this is the do or die point here. We cannot trade above that high if we're bearish. That's just how it works. Not even a tick. And those of you that have been here for a while, you know that this is bugging me out. So that's a definite spot that we could be repriced to. my only safe, like my only piece of hopium for a big giant short into this double bottom here, if we get above that high, is this price point. If we hit that, but we don't hit disco and then start trading down, then that would be cool. But honestly, I just don't see it happening. So keep that one on the back of your mind. I don't want too much on the charts going on here. And you know, I am kind of bummed out because I was definitely looking forward to big giant short, but whatever. It's whatever. Very bullish on BTC. You can see how smart money's net long. And they're not even shy about it. Like, they are very net long, even to their zero line that they use on barchart.com. It's in a buy program. So this is why I'm saying I want to see these two assets decouple. Okay, so Bitcoin's in a buy all across the board, and NASDAQ is in a sell almost all across the board. This 3-month just flipped not too long ago. It was in a sell for the longest time. What's up? I live, love, laugh. And yeah. So Bitcoin being net long, smart money. Buying dips, very wise. We bought this dip on Friday, and so far that trade is in profit and never hit any drawdown, which was awesome. So, you know, that was sweet. Waited very patiently for that. Boop, boop. But yeah, back to the now. Well, let's go to the DX Whizzle. This thing's been annoying, but we ended up hitting my targets. And then flipping this gap. That's what we were targeting from, like, I don't know. Once, yeah, we SR flipped this gap. We made this double top. It was somewhere in here I was mentioning, like, it's likely going to want this fair value gap here, and depending on how we treat it will determine what we'll do next. So we ended up getting the sell side sweep here and even bigger one over here, right? We took that low, but not that low. Where have we seen that before, right? So more freaking chop back up into the range. Yay dollar, whatever. So anyway, we're back up above another. This is another, inversion fair value gap right here. So on top of this one, this is a daily. So I'm just going to leave that as that. I'm going to keep the weekly one. And you can see in here the amount of precision that you would expect an actual support and resistance flip to work. So obviously we'll be targeting this pool of liquidity, this other weekly fair value gap. Oops. If you hold shift and do that, it makes it bigger. It's pretty cool. And then we did our reclaimed order block and got our sell side dip. So I'm going to take that off the chart. I think this one's a month opening gap, closed below. Yeah, we were looking for an SR flip in there a long time ago. We got that, so I'm going to take that one off. Our order blocks, let's take some of this off. We were stalking it hard. And now it just looks obvious. Where is it going? So I would, like to say we come back down. We hit a bearish order block here, mitigation block. So I would like to see it come back down and use this as support. And it could even come back down into the gap here for another run. Because this would be the start of a beautiful money printer for the dollar to start ripping for Trump's presidency, which is right on schedule. And that's why I would be bearish on NASDAQ. That's my whole point, you guys. So look at the commitment of traders in the NASDAQ. Smart money's net short. You come to the dollar and they're net long, right? They're typically diametrically opposed from one another. So why wouldn't it dump? I really want to see it dump, but at the same time, it looks like it's going to flip out. So basically safe to say, if we lose that low here before taking that high, then we'll aim for that candle's low here. This one here, this one. There was a new week opening gap in here that I was eyeballing. That guy. So have this one on your charts. And we'll mark the midway point if we get there. This one as well. Have this one on your charts. And we'll worry about more stuff as price prints, but just for now, that's it. So bearish bias unless we take that high. So I'll be looking for bearish setups. So what that will look like in these smaller time frames is we could trade up a bit more into these equal highs, and I wouldn't mind that, and then start SR flipping this new week opening gap, and then start running down towards this one. Okay. This is what I want to see. And everybody knows I've been looking for a short, and and smart money, net short, blah, 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 for a long time. We've been waiting for that drop for the market structure shift. We've been waiting for all that stuff, and we finally got it, and yeah. Anyway, so personally, for me, I would like to see price come up and then into here for the week. And of course, if and when we get up into this yellow box, then I'll whip out the quadrants and we'll start measuring stuff. I missed everything today. Just family and studied. Oh, no, you didn't miss nothing. Bro, you didn't miss anything. Like, I already told you, like, if you weren't positioned on Friday with me, that don't worry about the weekend. Even if it does pump, who cares? You're going to have to live through it. These are one of the things you have to condition yourself of, okay? When price moves without you. You feel butthurt, but it hurts less the second time. So don't, just let it go and just literally consciously tell yourself, who cares? It's not your trade. It wasn't your day. Period. Right? I was already in since Friday. So it's like I wasn't trading today. I was just in it for the ride. So don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. Wow, candle's moving. Don't worry about it, man. You can get in sync with a dip this week and catch a low this week easily, dude. If it's really bullish, which I think it is, you got it made, man. You just buy dips, bro. It'll hit a 786 at some point. And if it binks, you try again. Don't be scared. And then all of a sudden, wow, you're in profits. I'm serious, man. It just gets so ridiculous at some points, especially when everything's in agreement. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, I'm super duper, but when it's in agreement, it definitely feels super duper. So you guys have those levels on your charts, hopefully. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for sure. It's a thing, weekly trading up first. If you're bearish, I kind of am. I would like it to be. What's up? Oh, Caspian, you have to change your name now. Remember, you have to change your YouTube name now to what you did in Discord. What was it again? Mean Threshold. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's got to be done, bro. That's the shiz, bro. Yeah, man. That's so cool. All right, you guys, God bless you all. Have a great evening. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.